whatever it is one says on me. My name is Rex Goodman. I'm being held prisoner on the top of Trinity Tower.
Another human has come to rescue Rex!
Help or Mayday or...
Here! Bring him! Kill him!
Mayday or whatever it is one says on a ring. My name is Rex Goodman. I'm being held prisoner on the top of Trinity Tower. The super mutants plan on eating me soon. Just to repeat. Oh shit! Gotta sign off. One of the super mutants is coming! Help or Mayday or whatever it is one says on a ring. My name is Goodman. I'm being held prisoner on the top of Trinity Tower. Super mutants plan on eating me soon. Just to repeat. Oh, gotta sign off. One of the super mutants is coming. Help or Mayday or whatever it is one says on a ring. My name is Rex Goodman. I'm being held prisoner on the top of Trinity Tower. Super mutants plan on eating me soon. Sending this to repeat. Oh shit! Gotta sign off. One of the super mutants is coming. Help or Mayday or whatever it is one says on a ring. My name is Rex Goodman. I'm being held prisoner on the top of Trinity Tower. Super mutants plan on eating me soon. Oh shit! Gotta sign off. One of the super mutants is coming! Help! Mayday or whatever it is one says on a ring. My name is Rex Goodman. I'm being held prisoner on the top of Trinity Tower. I think the super mutants plan on eating me soon. Sending this to repeat. My name is Rex Goodman. I'm being held prisoner on the top of Trinity Tower. I think the super mutants plan on eating me soon. Sending this to repeat. Oh shit! Gotta sign off. One of the super mutants is coming!
They are less than nothing! You fight well for a human! Now die like one! My warriors are waiting for you! Who's there? Let's play, little human!
Won't be able to pick this.
Be a good fight!
First to actually make it. I think that's super mutant. Here.
What the hell are you doing in there?
Quickly get us out of here!
More of my brothers will be here soon. They know a human is attacking the tower.
Uh-huh. The super mutant too?
Yes, him too. Oh, he's harmless. Well, actually, he's far from harmless, but he won't hurt us. Trust me.
Strong will not hurt human if human rescues Strong and Rex.
See?
Why is the super mutant caged?
He defied his leader by standing up for me. See, I've given him a new purpose in life. I came here to teach these poor, ignorant creatures culture. I started with Macbeth. I guess they found it funny. All of them except Strong here.
Strong learned secret to human power from Macbeth. Milk of human kindness. Strong will find milk. Strong will drink milk. Strong will have secret power of humans.
Yes, of course he will. When they grew tired of taunting me, they threw me in this cage. Little did they know, there was a radio in here.
They know. You begged to catch more humans.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
Strong thought you know.
See what I have to work with? I've promised Strong to help him find the milk of human kindness if we get out of here.
What are the super mutants gonna do with Strong?
Throw him off the building. They're taking bets on how many times he'll bounce.
Unbelievable. Let me think about it.
Just let us out! Get the key! They put it in that big trunk. Follow Strong. He knows the best way down off of this cursed tower. So that difficult milk of human kindness thing, that's from the I thought I could civilize these savages by teaching to them. Strong here believes it is the secret of human power. Sister isn't afraid of Strong. I shall if the spirits fight, reporting to the bard. Good night. Good night. Good parting is such peace. Hell is empty and all the devils are here. Let me embrace these sour adversity. The wise men say it is the wisest course.
Someone there? I hear something! To die! Hey, you just... Find them! Strong fight! The valiant never taste of death like this.
Many thanks for that timely rescue.
What were you doing up there?
I was attempting to teach those Subo. I thought if they could... And who better to open... Yes, well, I'd like you to have... Now, I'm returning to WRVR and resuming...
Safety's off. I don't like the look of this place one bit.
Yeah?
You're back. How'd it go at the library?
Sure. Let's just say those mutants have a new appreciation for the Dewey Decimal System. No?
Filed them under the history section, huh? Ooh, there's some poor librarian out there that's gonna haunt me for that pun. Okay, jokes aside, you did...
Whoever this brotherhood of steel is, I'm not buying that we come in peace.
Hey, Daisy.
Means a lot to me that you made the library a safe.
Let's see what you have.
Everything's guaranteed to last. Until it doesn't.
Whoa. Now that is some armor. Check out those hydraulics.
Brotherhood of Steel better stay out of Good Neighbor. All I'm saying.
Hey.
Heard what you did. Saved Rex Gooden from the super mutants, right? Guess not everyone appreciates the bar, right?
Yeah?
Well, well, Mr. Valentine, I thought you had forgotten about little me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I never walked out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt. Here for Amari, she's downstairs.
Dr. Amari?
Yes. Wait. I remember you. The memory inducement. Vault 111, right? What's this all about?
Doctor, it's time for you to reverse death itself.
What?
I wouldn't have put it quite that way, but it's true. We need a dead man's memories. Guy named Kellogg.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you do realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Please. Nick told me you're the only one who can make this work.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Could you say that like Dr. Frankenstein? Ego, fetch me the brain. No?
No, I will not. Now, do you have it?
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait, that's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Nick's an older model synth. Is he compatible?
That's exactly what I was thinking. If we are lucky, it should hook right in. But even if this works, Mr. Valentine would be taking on a tremendous amount of risk.
Don't worry about me, Amari. Let's do it.
We should try plugging you into a toaster next. Fresh toast.
It's nice to know that even when I'm about to have a foreign object shoved into my noggin, you find new horrible ways to laugh at my expense.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine, just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here.
Yes.
I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on encoding all the mnemonic activity in the hippocampus. Think of it like computer encryption, and we don't have the password. Let's see. A single mind wouldn't be able to crack it. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
Any idea what I'm gonna see in there?
I have no clue. But considering we only have a single piece of the medial temporal lobe and not the whole brain, I doubt it'll be cohesive.
Nick and I are gonna share a mind? Yeah, I'm not gonna see him in any compromising positions, am I?
If a smart mouth was all it took to solve problems, we would have found your son by now.
No. You won't have to worry about that. The only memory...
All right. Let's get started.
Just sit down over there, and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
I wonder what's in here. There's some useful things in here. Take a look.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on. Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
Turn down the goddamn radio! I'm trying to sleep!
All 5 states have now signed on.
Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though. Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then.
What a joke.
What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days. Like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
Listen to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that on the radio, all useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
It's gonna be fine. You'll see. The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. You focus on that petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand. That's what happiness felt like.
We don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah, you've got... I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer. Chance? Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second. I thought San Francisco was my chance to start fresh. I was the hot shit, the gunslinger from the hub, rolling into town with the world at my feet. Everybody knew I was the one who'd shot Valdez. I could write my own ticket to any outfit in town. It all worked out pretty damn well. For a while. Finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kinda green.
I know, but that's where I come in.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know,
memory to try.
They died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
Mind if we...
I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
Suit yourself.
There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. They just took it as part of the job. Little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. Remember much from that time. It all kinda blends together. It was almost always a bar, though. That's universal.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming.
So,
you heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement, which suited me just fine.
You're with the Institute.
The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute.
I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate. Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis suspended.
I'll try to locate another memory as quickly as I can. Please try to remain calm.
Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just find it. I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. I didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really.
Pod C6.
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it.
On the hall near the end.
I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. I guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have. Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alone. Alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if he somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never like to. And yeah, I guess it did remind me of her. Yeah, I'm a cold-hearted bastard for sure, but still human. Better this way, though.
I found another intact
Better than taking her kid and leaving her alive.
Is that your son?
His whole setup in Diamond City was part of some
recent
elaborate plan of the old man's.
Good news, I think.
Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up. It wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long. Kellogg. It's okay. One of these days you're gonna... The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side. They get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready. Okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
Next time I have to watch someone's life story, I want popcorn.
Well, if you're cognizant enough to joke, I think we can safely say that you're out of critical condition. Are you ready to talk?
There's more than one person who knows about the Institute. Virgil, that scientist who escaped.
I didn't know Institute scientists could defect. This changes everything. He could answer all sorts of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That can't be right. No one would risk going there, not even to hide.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation and the glowing sea like a shield, or a cloak, a way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
Oh, I'm going in naked. Fingers crossed I get superpowers.
I know you're joking, but as a doctor, I feel obligated to remind you that unprotected radioactive exposure will only kill you. Dead. D-E-A-D. So be sure you find a way to get through there with your life intact. And good luck. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first.
Always wondered what...
Now that's what I call locked and loaded.
for inside my head.
Nick, are you still in there?
What? What are you talking about?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going. Or I could head back to Diamond City, since you've got...
We have to head into the glowing...
I'm a synth, so radiation isn't much of an issue for me. But that suit of power armor you've got on might be the guardian angel you're looking for. That, or you could buy up all the Rad-X and Rad-Away you can find from any chem dealer who's got...
I'll see you around, Nick.
Good luck out there. You know where to find me.
The Minutemen remind me of the Brotherhood when Elder Lyons was in charge. Unfocused and far too charitable for their own good. Your people have done an impressive job restoring this fortress to its former glory.
Excuse me.
Ah, there you are. Finally. I've been waiting to talk to you.
You forgot to make an appointment.
Ah, what's smart mouth, eh? I'm Ronnie Shaw, Commonwealth Minuteman. At least I was. Back before Joe Becker got himself killed and the idiots took over.
Joe Becker? Who's that?
That's just sad. General Becker used to run the Minutemen. The last real leader we ever had. After he died, there wasn't anybody left with the guts and brains to pull things together.
What do you actually want?
Heard you were trying to get the Minutemen back on their feet. Thought I'd come see the new general for myself. So what's your story? What makes you think anybody even wants the Minutemen back?
All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen.
At least we're trying to help people.
Can you say the same?
Don't give me any attitude, Sonny. I've been a Minuteman longer than you've been alive. But I've heard some good things about what you've been doing. Wouldn't be here otherwise. Now that I'm here, I can see you really need my help.
Are you offering to rejoin?
I guess I am. But first things first. I'm probably the only one who still remembers this. But the castle's armory was located in the West Bastion. All of our best equipment was stored in there. Weapons, ammo, schematics, you name it. Come on, I'll show you. Ah, good. Looks like it might still be intact. Door's still
Blah,
strict
blah,
now.
blah.
There's finding a way in.
Easier said than done.
Don't worry. I've got an idea. If you can't go through, go around. Let's have a look at the northeast bastion.
Let's trade.
Go ahead.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Stay
from here to the armory. This tunnel's blocked by this rubble. We'll have to find some way to clear it. Let's get down there and see if there's still a way through. Pretty dark down here. We better watch our step.
Geiger. Crazy on my suit. Got anything interesting for me today?
Well, I'll never get the sergeant. No. If by land. Nah, that's not it. For the Commonwealth. Ah, darn it. Oh, it's been a long time. United we stand. Yeah, that was it. man mind. This is, well, was, General McGann. He had your job back when I first joined him. Must have gotten trapped down here when that sea beast attacked the castle. He did manage to keep the armory secure. I'll give him that much. Guess the uniform is yours now, if you want it. So Geezer doesn't need it anymore. Rest in peace, General. Your fight is done, and the Minutemen live on.
Hi.
Howdy. There's no point in getting all sentimental about something that happened 40 years ago. Come on, we're almost through. Still intact. Everything we need, just waiting for us. And the cream of the crop. Schematics, building artillery.
Stay safe out there.
Artillery?
Great big guns. Blow up our enemies. All right, grab that schematic.
Heads up.
Awaiting your command. Feeling creative today? If you have a moment, there's something I'd like to discuss with you.
Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
Heads up.
What do you want?
Excuse me, Paladin Dance?
Do you want to have that talk now?
Go on.
I appreciate your time. This isn't a formal meeting. I think we may have gotten off on the wrong foot when we first met. Expecting you to embrace the standards of the Brotherhood without having a history with it.
Sure.
And given that you've adjusted so well to our beliefs, I don't think I needed to...
So there is a human being under all that power armor?
Sometimes I need a reminder, but yes, there is. When I was an initiate, my sponsor was Paladin Krieg, toughest squad leader I ever served with. He was a model soldier, embodying the values every trainee was striving to achieve. Fiercely loyal, secure in his beliefs, and brave to a fault. From the moment I was assigned to his squad, I was singled out. It felt like he was pushing me harder than the rest of the team. I fought by his side for years, and we had some seriously close calls. But he never explained to me why I was treated that way.
It sounds like he was trying to motivate you.
If he was, I never got a chance to ask. After I was promoted to Paladin, and I'd moved on to my own squad, I received word that Krieg was killed at Adams Air Force Base. The news was like being kicked in the stomach. I mean, I'd lost some of my brothers and sisters. It's taken me a long time to realize it. But the reason Krieg was so tough on me is the same reason I'm so tough on you. It's because I believe in you. And I don't want to see any of your potential.
I'm flattered that you have so much faith in me.
You've earned that faith by your own hand. Well, I've said what I had to say, and I hope that it meant something to you. I trust you'll keep this in confidence, of course. Some of that information was of a personal nature, and
Looks like you've got everything we need. As soon as you get some artillery built, we'll do it.
broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alert.
Got it.
Gosh darn, it's good to see artillery here again. So here's the thing about the big guns. They can't fire at anything too close, but their range is impressive. That's what the smoke grenades are for. Toss one of those at the bad guys. If we have artillery in range, we'll confirm over the radio and target our fire on your smoke. But first, we better do a test fire. Make sure we're hitting what we're aiming at. You see that little building over there? We'll use that for our aiming point. Keep your radio on and tuned to Radio Freedom so we can confirm we're ready. All right, General, if you can hear me, we're ready. Toss one of those smoke grenades into the target area and we'll start the test fire. there's smoke on the target. You might want to stand back. You know, just in case.
Need something?
Dance?
What do you want?
Your thoughts?
Allowing the Minutemen to use a weapon of this magnitude is tactically irresponsible. Don't you realize that you may have just handed them the tools to destroy the Brotherhood?
Your thoughts?
I can't believe I'm standing on the spot where history was made.
Your thoughts?
Call me old-fashioned, but there's nothing better than being boots on the ground.
That was all?
Affirmative.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, the voice of...
Now that we have the armory back, you can resupply here whenever you run low on supplies. Anything you need right now?
Maybe. Let me take a look.
Must be something you need.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates. Good afternoon. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, broadcasting across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon here at Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people. It's 3 p.m. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there. This is Radio Freedom. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates. Four o'clock. You're tuned to Minuteman Radio. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts. This is Radio Freedom. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates. This is Radio Freedom. It's 5 p.m. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts. This is Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. It's 6 o'clock. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts. It's getting dark out there, people. Stay safe. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people. It's 8 o'clock. You're listening to Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts. Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
Don't leave anything behind.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people.
I enjoyed that, General.
It's 5 a.m. This is Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
You don't need a sight to see that you've done real good for these people.
I wonder what's in here. Don't get excited. It's just some scrap.
Can it wait?
Yeah?
You hear about that farm run by ghouls? Isn't that something?
At least it's not raining. I've got to hand it to you, General. You really turned things around for the Minutemen. I never thought I'd see the day that the Minutemen... We should see about building them at all our...
Sure.
And Ronnie Shaw returns.
She's the only one left who remembers when the castle was Minutemen HQ. She knew about the old armory.
I'd heard stories about her from the old-timers, but I didn't know she was... The fact that she's come back to the Minutemen, I'll let you know if I hear of it. In the meantime...
You know what I call a good day?
Seems to be growing well.
I'll hand it to you. This place isn't awful. It's still a hole, but it could be worse.
Just so, sir.
Need to get
I
back
just need to
Diamond
trade
City
gear
one
with
of
you.
these days. Biggest town I ever saw.
Of course.
I just want to trade a few things.
Sure thing.
Here, you gotta take things one day at a time.
Time to suit up.
You are so dead!
What the?
What? Had no choice.
You showed up just in the nick of time.
I didn't want you to have all the fun.
If that's what you call fun. Anyway, we appreciate the help.
now that you've familiarized yourself with the Pridman's crew.
Just point me to the action.
I applaud your enthusiasm. Let's get right to it, then. Take a look over there. That's Fort Strong. And it's having those aberrations of nature. To make matters worse, I want you to head over there. Wipe out everything. Understood?
What do these shells...
The Fat Man launcher is an essential. A squad of troops armed with one of these. If you ever have the pleasure of firing one, allow me to give you a word of advice. Don't fire one of them in close quarters. There won't be enough of you to bury in a shoebox. That enough to go on?
Consider it done.
Look, the Brotherhood cannot allow those abominations to have an...
It'll be a pleasure to exterminate that mutant filth.
Now, we use it to carry our message to Fort. Dismissed.